Good morning, everyone. My name is Carla, and you have reached my FlossTube channel, KarlaBeingCrafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also other crafts that I enjoy, and a little bit of life thrown in. Today is Sunday. It is February 13th. Happy Galentines Day today, and happy Valentine's Day tomorrow, and happy Super Bowl Day for those of you who watch it. I do not. But I'm going to be spending my day crafting and stitching and organizing and on a stitchy Zoom call with my FlossTube friends. Not watching football because that just doesn't exist in my world. I'm just not a big sports person at all, football person at all. Mr. Baggy is already here making himself known. You want to come up? Yeah? You know, it's funny, sometimes I play back videos where he was making a lot of noise and he's watching them. He like looks up when he hears himself talking. It's kind of funny. Come here. Oh! Yes, he might be needy today because I did go over to Aaron and Stacy's this weekend, Friday night and Saturday, and then drove home this morning and got ready to do my video. Friday was Aaron and Stacy's 15th wedding anniversary, so I thought it would be nice for them to be able to have, you know, a date night. So I went over there straight after work and got to hang with the kids and do some fun stuff while they went out, and they actually got anniversary tattoos, which is something Stacy's been wanting for a while. Aaron agreed to it because he loves his wife and is pretty chill kind of person. Tattoos are not something that he ever considered, but she wanted to get, they got like the infinity heart, you know, it's like a heart and then the infinity sign. So they both got it on opposite wrists. So like when they hold hands, they're right there. It's really cute. And then they went out to dinner. So while they were out, Hudson and I did a little private tasting, I didn't film it, of some different sunflower seeds flavors, and then the kids and I made California roll sushi for dinner, which was like totally fun. Although we gave up on actually rolling the sushi rolls. They have a little tool thing that's supposed to make the rolls really nice, and we gave up on that and we just ate hand rolls because it was like, this is too much of a pain. But we had a really good time. And then Saturday we played D&D, and then I helped Stacy go onto Etsy and gave her some opinions on some of the patterns that she wanted to get for stitching, and you know, and advice and stuff. And she discovered, and I kind of just want to mention this because it's 100% okay, and if anybody else is feeling this way, you should know that it is 100% okay to just want to stitch the called for. You know, if changing colors or figuring out different colors gives you anxiety, then just stitch what's called for. You know, stitching is really what you want it to be. If you enjoy changing out colors and using funky fabrics, I enjoy that a lot, and you guys see that reflected in my projects that I very rarely stitch on just a plain white or cream fabric. But there's a lot of people out there who like stitching on just white or cream fabric, and there's nothing wrong with that either. Everybody's stitching is beautiful. They're all different styles and different themes, but you know, art is art. So if it gives you anxiety to make those changes, then don't make those changes. You know, the designers designed a certain way because that's how they envision it. And I think most designers are cool with either following their vision or adding a vision of your own. And I think that's a great thing about this hobby. So we played around on Etsy for a little bit and 1, 2, 3 stitch, and then we ended up last night. We went out to dinner to celebrate Logan's birthday again, or really for the first time, because his birthday was the 28th, but everybody in their house had COVID, so everything got pushed. So he had kind of a friend's birthday gathering on Friday in the afternoon. They went to an escape room, which sounded really cool. And then last night we all went out to dinner with his grandma, with Stacy's mom and her husband, and we had a really nice time. So it was nice to see them. I haven't seen them since I think New Year's Eve, or New Year's weekend. So it's been a long time. I'm glad everybody's healthy again. Okay, so the only other thing of note that's happening in my neck of the woods, you know, in general, is in Southern California this past week, we've been having a heat advisory. So while you guys in the east and stuff are getting onto FlossTube and talking about blizzards and snow and a foot of snow and snow plows and all that kind of stuff, we here in Southern California have temperatures up to almost 90 degrees for the last week. Now it's supposed to jump back down again tomorrow, and it's going to be in the 60s and 70s for the next week, but we had high 80s, like up to like 91 all week last week in February. I don't get it. It's crazy. That kind of jump in the weather makes, at least for me, it throws my allergies into whack, and it just messes up my blood sugar. It messes up my whole body. So yeah, it's weird. It's crazy. And I know like a lot of you guys who are like sick of the snow are probably like, why are you complaining? It's so nice to have warm weather. You know, I don't like either extreme. So when it stays in the nice 60s, low 70s, that's my sweet spot. But yeah, we had high temperatures this past week. Go figure. I don't know. Talk to a meteorologist and find out what's going on with this world. Global warming, right? Okay, so on to the crafty stuff. And before I get to the stitching, as I mentioned last week, I have kind of fallen down this junk journal rabbit hole, and have been, you know, getting lots of supplies for that, and started to do a few things. And I have so many ideas brewing in my head, which is what I'm really excited about. Now, for myself, yes, I want to use a journal as a way to finish stitching. And I haven't yet determined exactly what I want to do for myself. But on top of that, because I did have somebody who like messaged me and said, oh, check out, you know, Michelle Bendy Stitches, because she shows how to use it. I know how to use it, and that's not the using a journal as a finishing tool is something I want to do. But my rabbit hole experience right now is not that so much as I want to make these things. I want to make the journals. I want to do paper crafting. I want to get my hands in all the stickers, and that's what I'm really excited about. And to be quite honest, that excitement is not doing them for myself. It's like making them for other people. So I have things brewing of like this person that I have a plan for them and whatever. So I did kind of like start two things this past week that I wanted to show you. Neither one of them is in any way complete. They're not decorated to the extent. Basically, I did the bones part of it. I put the things together and, you know, put the signatures in. When I first started watching the videos, they all say signatures. What is a signature? A signature is when you are binding a book, a journal, any kind of thing like that. The signature is each little section of paper that is like folded. So like if you make a pamphlet, you know that you get longer pieces of paper, and if you want an 8-page pamphlet, you get 4 pieces of paper, and then you fold them in half and you staple them in the middle, or you bind it or whatever. That would be a signature. So some journals will have one signature, meaning, you know, one folded clump of paper, and some will have multiple. So anyway, so I made this is a no-sew journal that I did using, these are hair bands, because I thought that was kind of a cool idea, especially for something that I could put stitching in, because it can grow. But I'm not sure that I like this method, but I still think that the cover and everything came out cute, so I want to show you. I actually used fabric that I had cut and lined already with the idea of sewing project bags. because I got really into that, and I sewed, I think, 5 or 6 of them. For myself, I gave one away, and I like them, but I do not really enjoy the sewing. Sewing hurts my back, and it's just very physically tiring. But while I was into it, and I had cut more fabric for like 3 or 4 more journals, so I have a stack of cut fabric, and I already ironed all the interfacing and the lining and stuff. So I have this piece. I'll show you the other half here. So this fabric, and then I had already ironed the fiber fill to make it a little bit squishy. So I grabbed a piece of that because I thought, okay, that would make a nice cover. And I made this out of actually a Kleenex box. So this is actually the opening from the Kleenex box, and then I added some more cardboard here. And then I put some kind of clear bag or something. I filled it with some glitter so this moves. And then actually added these corner things, and added closure, used scrapbook paper on the inside, and then I did 5 signatures. But again, because it's a no sew, the pages can be taken out and put back in, and more signatures can be added and that kind of thing. So this might actually work really well as a stitchy journal, because those pages are, you know, kind of big, nice and big to add stitching. And that might be what I use this for. As I said, I don't have any pockets or tucks or any of the fancy stuff in here yet, which I don't know if I will need for a stitching journal. And I did, you know, interesting, you know, I put cards and bags and stuff like that in here, which for a stitching journal, I don't know if I would actually need that. So it is good that this is no sew, because I can make adjustments to it. I did put this on the outside because I haven't had a really good place to display this little piece of stitching that I did, which I love. This was actually 1/1 on 28 count. So it can't, you know, it was tiny. This took me a whole Saturday to do. And then I obviously just used 1 strand of DMC. And then when I went to go do the backstitch outlining, I used sewing thread because I needed something even thinner than 1 strand of DMC. But you know, I mean, that came out really cute. I did that like a year ago, and it's just been sitting here on my desk, and I thought, well, that would be a perfect thing to hang off of a journal that you're going to use as a stitching finishing journal. So this is like the beginning of a project, by no means the end of the project. And so that may become my stitching journal. It may not, I don't know. Okay, so then the second thing I did, which I really like this technique, and I need to add a little glue here because it's coming up. I cannot remember that. I've watched so many journaling channels. I think, I want to say Paper Treasures, but I'm not sure if that's the channel that I found this on. But this is a little kind of like a mini notebooky journal thing. Again, I don't have any tucks or tags or pockets or any of that cool stuff that I want to add yet. This is just the basic structure of it, but I was able to do the sewn binding, and I think this is a really cool piece, and I want to make these because these are cool. And I think if I make like bigger junk journals for my friends, I'm gonna always tuck one of these in, because then you can take it out and use it for their stuff and notes, and I think that's really neat. So this is actually made with 1 12x12 piece of scrapbook paper, and you know, fold it and cut it in such a way, and then you can put in, I have 1 signature here, so there's several pages that you can write on here, and see, I sewed it in, and then this will end up having like pockets and tucks and things. Then there is a pocket that becomes part, you know, that is part of the construction, and I used a paper punch to kind of do a cool edge, so I really like that. And then there's another section of paper. I just did a couple pockets in the paper here, that like will end up being tuck areas for notes and things. And then you get to the end and it's not done. And then it opens up that way. So it's kind of an accordion thing. And then another one. And then that's it. So, oops. So anyway, I really like this. I'm really kind of proud of it. I'm proud of the actual sewing of the signatures. So yeah, I'm really happy with this, and I can see myself making these a lot because I just think they're really neat. And honestly, you know, I've read articles and even myself, it's like, well, okay, these journals are really cool, but what do you do with them? I'm not a journaler as far as writing my thoughts and stuff like that. I'm not, but I am a list maker, and you know, this is a funner thing to make a list in than just a scrap piece of paper. And I know, like Stacy was saying, she has some meetings that she goes to, and she'll take notes during the meetings of just inspirational things that people say or things that she wants to remember. What better place to put that kind of thing than this, that you can then go look through a month from now and see all your interesting thoughts. So anyway, basically these journals are cute and fun, and I'm excited to make more paper things along with my stitching and to use with my stitching. And yeah, but I wanted to kind of show you the beginnings of that little journey. It's never going to replace cross stitch, and hopefully it will be a good way to add to my cross stitch. It is actually also making the juices flow as far as finishing things for cross stitch, because I've gotten a lot of embellishmenty things for the paper crafting that will also be able to be used for cross stitch and finished pieces and stuff. So that is fun. And you know, it's always fun if you are sort of a crafty creative person when you get new inspiration. It just makes you want to do more and more stuff. Okay, so that is it for right now on the paper goods, although when I get to haul, I'll show you some of the cool stuff that I got that is kind of for both. Glue. I got glue. Okay, so stitching wise, this week was a little bit less stressful than last week as far as work and stuff, but it was still very, very busy at work this week, and with the heat and everything, I was tired this week. So I feel, again, like I didn't stitch that much, but again, I have, you know, 6 projects to show you. So take that as it comes. I didn't stitch Friday or Saturday because I brought a project with me to Erin and Stacy's, and like, I mean, I was very, very concerned when I was putting my stuff together. It's like, oh, gotta get my hoop, can't forget my hoop. Oh, I need my scissors, can't forget my scissors. Do you know what I forgot? I forgot my silly glasses. And without the really strong glasses, I can't see comfortably enough to stitch, especially on the project I brought, which is on a 32 count. So, and I'm just looking to see where I put that. Oh, it's right now. So yeah, so I did not stitch on Friday or Saturday. So it is what it is. Okay, but I did stitch on this project earlier in the week, so I still have it to show you. And that is my Be My Own Valentine's hashtag Be My Own Valentine, which right now is this Country Cottage Needleworks Be Virtues pattern. And this is on a piece of Lavender Sunset, I think is what it's called. And that's how far I got. So I finished the green, the blue across the bottom, and the green vine. I had to go all the way across so that I could start the beehive. I always called it a hive. And I don't think you can see really well, but I did start using like kind of the sparkly fabric that is going to be the wings. Now, if I get this finished, because it's only the halfway through the month, right? If I get this finished before the end of the month, then I might start the second one as well, which is this one, Little House Needleworks. That I'm kind of doing them as companion pieces, but I'm not so concerned. If I don't start that one this month, then I have it for next year. We'll see. Okay. I worked on, this is not it. The Autumn Equinox Pixie by Bella Filipina. A lovely lady. And basically I worked all up in this area, added a lot of that skirt and wing stuff. So this right here is what kind of came into play this week. Her colors are so pretty, and I'm not a bit, it's funny, it's like I really like autumn as a season. I think it's maybe my favorite, like as far as weather and just the smells in the air, that kind of thing. But I'm not like a big autumn color person until you throw in like the pinks and the magentas. And when you throw in the pinks and the magentas with the oranges and the reds and the yellows, then I love it. So this has that, which is just perfect. Okay. This is Sweet William by Riolis. And this is a kit. I'm just stitching it on kit fabric, which is a fiddler's cloth, with the floss, which is a acrylic wool blend. I started this very early in my cross stitch journey, like within the first couple of months. So I was not at the point of making any kind of changes to things yet. But pulled this flower up, and then I added a little bit of the back stitching. It's not really back stitching, it's more like these little middle of the flower stitches to kind of build the dimension of it. I say this every time, but the acrylic wool flosses are just so rich in color. It's fun, and it's fun to work with a slightly different type of fiber. Okay, this is, excuse me, the Blue Jay that I am doing for my friend Tracy as part of, this is the Blue Jay, the one that you can barely see. I'm doing birds for her. I will be doing birds for her until both she and I are sick of me doing birds for her. She loves birds in her real life. Doesn't get to see them as much in the winter, so I think that's probably what started this whole idea of me making birds for her. So there he is. I got his nice middle of his body worked on. So we still got tail to come down here and the head up here, but he's kind of looking like a bird, or starting to. So that is the Blue Jay. And that pattern is out of a booklet. It's called Birds for Counter Cross Stitch that I got off of eBay. Okay. Flower. Yes, Mouth of the Flower. This is by Octavia Ocampo is the artist, and the stitching studio is the charter, I guess. Let me move Tinkerbell out of the way. There we go. So, worked on this, which is actually going to be the eyebrow. I mean, it's a leaf of the rose, but this actually becomes the eyebrow. This becomes the eye in this sort of abstract, really cool pattern. Now there is a companion piece to this that is called, I think, Family of Birds, which is also pretty cool. But I just like this one so much. So, and what does it say? It says it with the artist. It says, art that makes you look twice. Octavio creates the most amazing metamorphic art in the world. Optical illusions, fading back and stepping forward, finally create a large-scale image. So he is a really cool artist. So if you're interested, if you like this, if you think this is cool, then look up the Family of Birds, which is the same thing. It's like a face, but it's like a tree with all these birds coming into like a knot hole or something, but it makes a face. And I think those are the only two that I've seen of his that have been made into cross stitch. But okay, and then last but not least, as far as stitching this week, is I worked on the blue bouquet with cat. That cat just reminds me of Baggy. He looks like he's skinnier than Baggy, but he's kind of got a baggy expression. And this is a Designworks kit, but I changed out the fabric because it came with like this really stiff and, in my opinion, kind of ugly fiddler's cloth, and I changed it out to a PolStitches fabric. Do you think that you can maybe wait until I'm done before yelling at me? No? And that is how far we've gotten. So last time you saw it, there was just like the one flower, so I added a second flower and then pulled the stems down, and then I decided, because I wanted to add in one of the other colors, I started working on the carnation that has the pink and the magentas in it. Okay, and that is all of the stitching that I did this week. So not bad considering that I actually didn't stitch for 2 days. Okay, so on to haul. I have quite a bit, so sit back. Okay, so one of the things I got, and I actually got these because of the journaling thing. Oops, because I think that these are going to be a really cool thing to use. But I had bought, I had one of these already, and I think I ended up buying a second one, but that's okay. When, I don't know if you guys remember, but several years ago, adult coloring became like a big deal. And Joanna Basford came out with these books, these ink books, you know, to color and whatever. And her artwork is just really gorgeous, really, and I remember I wanted these books so bad, but at the time they were like really expensive, and they were hard to find too, because they would sell out like crazy, and they were like $25 or $30. They were really expensive. I ended up getting one, but I was on eBay and I was looking for something specific, and I found a book that I was looking for another thing. And in a shop that was like, you know, I think it was buy 4, buy 5, and you get 10% off or 15% off. And I mean, I was looking at books that were like $4. So I went ahead and I saw these and I just got them because they were all like under $5. Like I think a couple of them were like $3.50 and one was like $4.50 or something. So I got all of the Joanna Basfer books, which Lost Ocean. And if you're not familiar, now these are used, so they all have like 1 or 2 pages that have coloring on them, but so what? For $4, she just is a gorgeous artist, and they're just like fun. And I got them because I think they would be really cool pages in journals, for whole pages. And then there's so much artwork in here that you could cut out, like fussy cut out, and use as, you know, just little stickers or whatever. So I got the Lost Ocean, which obviously is like oceany shells and mermaids and things. This is the Enchanted Forest. They have these cool things at the ends too, because she has like treasure hunts and whatever. And so this is the key to like the game that's going on through the book. But she'll have these whole page images that are shrunk down to these small images. And how cool would that look like made into a bookmark or something? So that's the Enchanted Forest. Secret Garden. This is the one that I already had. So I have 2 of these. Just flowers and birds and butterflies and Magical Jungle. So more flowers and birds, but different, you know, kind of different style of flowers and birds and animals. Elephant in the middle there. So yeah, so I got these for, as I said, pretty inexpensive. I got them from eBay, and love them. And even just to have them, or if I feel like coloring, I mean, I have color pencils. If I feel like coloring, you know, they're used. So this is somebody else's artwork here. But really, in most of them, I think this one, this Magical Jungle one, I think is the one that has the most actual coloring in it. And I think that there's 3 pages that were colored. And the rest is just blank, you know. So I thought that was a great find. I was very excited about that. Okay. Bag haul here. I wanted paper scissors because I've been tempted to use all of my little stitching scissors for all this paper stuff, and which isn't a good idea. So I got some paper scissors so I can mark them so I don't mess myself up and then be mad, because I would do that. I would like get frustrated and just grab whatever's available and then be mad at myself later. So I'm saving myself that trouble. Okay, these are 2 other eBay finds that were inspired by the journaling, but in reality actually will have a lot of uses for finishing, whether it's journal finishing or, you know, some other framed thing or whatever. Both of these were under about, I think they were about $5 on eBay. I got a bag of lace scraps. And when I say scraps, I mean, they're still like decent sized pieces of lace when you're talking about just making little accent things. So I got a bag of lace. And I got a bag of ribbon. Look at all of these different ribbon scraps. I mean, nice size pieces too, you know? And there's just a lot of like fun stuff in here. And, you know, I'm excited to see what little bits and bobs I can use. One thing I have noticed, the minute that you sort of get interested in this idea of junk journaling, is that nothing is garbage anymore. so it's like all my junk mail. It's like, this envelope could be used for something, or this, you know, all of the, I get a lot of like credit card offers, and a lot of times in them, they'll have those like little fake credit cards. Like sometimes they're just like hard cardstock and they're printed on. Sometimes they're actually the plastic and embossed, and those I kind of get rid of. But the hard ones that are just kind of really nice cardstock, I've been saving them because I could totally decoupage them and then use them as an insert in a journal or something, and they would be really cute. So nothing is garbage anymore. You know, you get like a cute bag and you fold it up. I mean, I've gone to Starbucks this week to get a morning bagel. I've kept the little bags because bags look really cute in journals. And so it's funny. It's like nothing is garbage anymore. I have to think about stuff before I throw it away. I got, these are a bunch of like stickers and things for decorating. I got those from one shop on Etsy. And I got these from Amazon. Honestly, they aren't exactly what I wanted for journaling, but then I saw them and I got them because, you know, they're cats. So they're actually magnetic bookmarks. And I think because I use a lot of magnetic stuff with stitching, that there might be an application on holding fabric too. And plus they're just really cute. And what else? Oh, some more stickers. Okay, then the more stitching stuff that you guys might be a little bit more interested in is I did get 4 pieces of fabric from, I got 4 pieces of fabric from Under the Sea Fabric and 4 pieces of fabric from Hamddyed by Rolanda. So I will show you those. Am I going to be able to, I should probably take them out of the plastic so that you guys can really see well. Sorry for the crinkle. I've also noticed in paper stuff, the crinkle is a preferred sound. I know it's a problem for people who watch with headphones. I really like the noise of crinkling of paper and crinkling of the plastic. So I very rarely like do the apologizing for the sounds. Okay, so with the Under the Sea fabrics, I ordered a few of the Are You Feeling Lucky, which they're basically smaller pieces. I mean, they're like 13 by 17, I think. So they're perfect size for most projects. I mean, not big, huge ones, but you don't know what you're ordering. All you're ordering is the count and the fabric. You don't know what dye you're gonna get. So I ordered 4 of them of assorted sizes and ended up with 4 really pretty blues. I guess that's what she had an overstock of or something, is the blues. So this one is Kelpie. It is a 16 count Opal Aida. I really like this one. It really looks like, you know, the earth and water to me. Okay, this one is a 32 count Jobelan called Uplifting Currents. Not opal. So we've got more purple in this. So that looks like water. This one, honestly, I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I don't know if this is something I could use, so this might be a giveaway at some point. This is, I don't know what I was thinking, a 40 count Opal linen. I don't even stitch on linen. 40 count is like, oh my God, ridiculously small. I don't know what I was thinking. This is called Stonewashed. It is really pretty. Okay, really, really, really pretty. But I just don't know if I could ever stitch on this. I don't know. I mean, I stitch on 20 count Aida, which technically is the same size stitches as 40 count even weave, but I don't know, you guys. I don't know what I was thinking. In any case, if I decide that I cannot stitch on that, it will be next time I do a giveaway. It will be one of the items. And then this is a 16 count Aida called Naiad. Another really pretty oceany type color. So those are the Under the Seas. If you are in a wanting to just kind of increase your stash mood and don't know what to get, I mean, I do recommend trying out those Are You Feeling Lucky packs, or not packs, but they're a great price. In, you know, ordering colors, although I love color, it's really hard for me to make a decision on them. It's almost like I have too many choices. So I kind of sometimes like getting the mysteries. Okay, and then I had an Etsy gift card and I went on and yes, I bought several pieces of fabric from my favorite dyer, Hamddyed by Rolanda. I don't need these. I don't have any immediate projects in mind for them, but they're so beautiful, and you know that she's my favorite, and I was in a mood. I think the spending is over for a while, so my haul portion of my videos is not going to be very exciting for a while because I have got to rein it in. I just got to notice that my rent is increasing by over $100 a month. Thank you, Southern California prices. Okay, so these are the fabrics that I got from Hamddyed by Rolanda. This is, oops, this is a 28 count, no, it says, yeah, 28 count Monaco. 18 by 22 size piece, and not an opal, but it was so pretty. This is a really, really thick fabric too. I just thought it was so pretty. So you guys rush over to her site and buy up all of the fabrics so I'm not tempted, and then she'll dye more and put more colors in. This one is also a 28 count Monaco. I don't think I have ever had Monaco before. I think that's why I was intrigued to get these. And I say that because feeling it, it doesn't feel like fabric I've ever worked with before. It feels really kind of stiff and thick, not in a bad way, but so here's this one. My mail person kind of smushed the bag in my mailbox because that's what they do, which is why it's quite wrinkly looking. It did not come that way from Rolanda. That was done by my mailman or mail person. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. But so pretty. And I love these fabrics for, you know, the pretty ladies. And okay, now we're into the two opals, because you know I couldn't buy stuff from her without getting a couple of the opals. This is a 26 count, 28 count, sorry, cannot read, Lugana opal. Look how pretty this one is. Actually, it's kind of very similar to the Kelpie by Under the Sea. Very similar. A little bit lighter. But the tones, the blues and the greens in it, very, very similar. This is a 28 count Lugana though, and this is a 16 count Aida. Two different dyers, but similar colors. Both very pretty. Okay, and then the last one, which is the only one in this whole pack that isn't like blue tones. I know so many of you guys love blue too. Jen from Stitching with the Waves, and Laura from Stitching by the Shore. Both of you guys are like totally into the blues, so let me know if you're jealous. And Jen, actually Jen, you let me know if you would like this 40 count fabric, because you're the one who stitches on the teeny tiny fabric. And actually I may see you later this afternoon. I can't remember if you texted me or not, but Jen, if you're interested in the 40 count, let me know and I would be happy to gift it to you. Okay, and this is an 18 count Aida. Look at this. And I feel like my light is kind of washing it out. It's really, I mean, it's not like ridiculously vibrant, but it's vibrant and it's pretty. It is pretty. I'm so mad that you're not, there's like these wrinkles on it that from the mailbox that is like kind of messing with it. It's really pretty. You guys will have to trust me on that. Okay, so that is it for my haul, which is quite enough, wouldn't you say? 8 pieces of fabric. Who needs 8 pieces of fabric in 1 week? No one. Okay. Plans. So, as I said, today is Galentine's Day. I do have a Stitchy Zoom meetup today. It is, what time is it? It is 10:30. So depending on how fast my video goes up and how fast you may watch it, if you haven't messaged me to get the codes and the ID and everything for the Zoom meetup today, I will keep checking Instagram so that anybody who is interested and hasn't messaged me yet can still get in. So that is at 2 o'clock Pacific time today. I don't actually think I'm going to be stitching during that meeting because I am like surrounded by so much craft stuff right now. It's getting a little bit overwhelming and unorganized, and I really need to reorganize my space here, which I can do while on the Zoom because it's all right here. I have in my little desk thing here, there's a couple drawers that are full of resin stuff that I'm just not doing anymore, and I don't know if I will. I'm not gonna throw it away, but I think I'm gonna put it in a box or a bag or something and put it in my closet, because it doesn't need to take up the prime space now, and I'm gonna move paper goods and stuff like that in there for this journaling journey that I seem to be on. So yeah, so definitely I need to reorganize my crafting space. I mean, I need to reorganize everything around here, but I'm going to be sitting here anyway today, so it's a good time to do that. And that will make me feel even more inspired to actually do stuff, to craft when my space is not crazy. I don't have that much room to craft. My desk is only this big, and half of it is taken up with just storage stuff, so I don't have that much room. So I really, every so often, I really need to go through and just reorganize everything, because it's hard to work if you've got so much stuff in the way. So yeah, so that definitely needs to be done. I will enjoy being on the Zoom call today with my friends, and then maybe this week I will be able to try out doing some of the matting that I got the stuff to do, and also I really want to get Eva beaded. So yeah, so I want to start working on that. I think the hesitation on getting Eva beaded is I kind of wanted to film some of it so that you guys could see it, and I'm still not sure how to set up my beading so that that's easy to do, or easy to see, easy to film at the same time that I'm beading. So anyway, because when I did the Mill Hill thing, it was a tiny thing, so it was easy to kind of put it under the camera. But Eva's bigger, so I'm just not sure how to do it. But I'll work it out. I have a cat lady box to unbox this week, so maybe that will be up Wednesday. I'm not sure. Keep an eye out. Yeah, so again, I hope you guys have a great Sunday. I hope you enjoy watching the game if that's what you're doing, and that I hope your team wins. If you are not interested in football, maybe you're enjoying the Olympics, maybe you're just enjoying stitching. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. If you celebrate Valentine's Day or have somebody to celebrate with, then I wish you all the love. And if you are just celebrating with your kitty or your puppy or your parrot or just yourself, enjoy that too. I actually got a box of Valentine's chocolates from the kids this weekend, so I feel loved. So yeah, I will be celebrating tomorrow night with a box of chocolates and my kitty and stitching. So that sounds actually pretty good to me. No getting chocolate on the stitching though. All right, so that's it for today. Until I see you guys again, I hope that you have a wonderful week, and please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. Bye.